Good afternoon, everyone. I am not starting this vlog with my usual good morning. I'm not up bright and early. I'm not starting this vlog first thing like I normally do. It is actually currently 10 past 3, which I feel like is probably one of the latest times I've ever started a vlog, but today has just gotten away with me. I have been so busy with like work stuff, with admin, emails, all of that jazz. I feel like you could not tell though. I could have easily lied and not told you that it was 10 past 3 because if you look at this weather, oh my goodness, the sun is just shining through the bifold doors. We have got beautiful like blue but cloudy skies. It's feeling so autumnal because it is freezing, like blue skies but freezing. We have finally caved. We've turned on the heating. I feel like that's when you know. I feel like October is more like a socially acceptable time to turn on your heating, but I'm still wearing the coziest little cardigan. This I featured in my latest River Island haul, which you would have seen, and I did say that this is the kind of thing that I just chuck on, especially on days like today. I just had an admin day. I have basically just been sat at my laptop. I've had lots of meetings that I've needed to go through because it is starting to get to a very busy period, and I've got some really exciting things coming. I can't talk about them yet, which I know is like the most annoying thing when a blogger says that, when they're like, I've got exciting things coming, but I can't tell you. But I do have exciting things and I can't tell you about them. So yeah, today has just been filled with like lots of meetings, lots of chats, lots of like planning and organizing and getting ahead. But I feel like I finally kind of wrapped up work for the day and most of the things that I needed to get done. So I thought I would check in and say hello, good morning, because it always feels really weird when I don't like vlog. Especially if I don't start the vlog early, it feels very strange picking up the camera later on in the afternoon. But now that I've got my work bits done, I can finally relax, and I'm thinking of taking off my makeup. Before I do, actually, I had a PR parcel arrive that I wanted to go through and unbox with you. So let's head upstairs and we can unbox that together. So I have had a very lovely delivery arrive from The Body Shop. So they got in touch and asked if I wanted to receive a couple of bits from their new collection. So of course, I was like 100%, because I really am taking the time at the moment to make sure that I am just like looking after my skin, looking after my body, using what's, you know, best for me and what I kind of can to, goodness me, it's difficult. Just make sure that I am doing the best for myself. So we've got the press release here. This just says Switzerland on it. Meet Edelweiss, our newest and biggest launch of the year. Organically farmed and hand harvested at high altitudes in the Swiss Alps. Edelweiss is extraordinarily resilient flour with 43% more antioxidant power than retinol. Oh my goodness. So this sounds like it's a retinol alternative. So this is the box that I'm looking at here. How amazing is that? The like landscape is just beautiful, and oh my word, oh, this is packaged so beautifully. Look at that, we've got so many gorgeous products here to try. Oh, I absolutely love the sound of this. So first up, we have an Edelweiss cleansing concentrate. This is a pollution clearing cleanser. Oh my word. Help chase away the impurities and pollutants. Leave skin feeling smoother and fresher and looking more luminous. Oh, I love the sound of that. That sounds really nice. I feel like on a day when I've been in London, I know I've spoken about this a lot, but I do feel like the days when I come back from London, I just need to get everything off my face. I feel like that will be great if you live in like a big city, somewhere that's quite polluted. I think that would be a really good one to try. We then have the Edelweiss Liquid Peel. This is an enriched with Leon Topodic, a pollution clearing. Oh my goodness, I love the sounds of these. Gently exfoliates skin to look fresher, smoother and more luminous. And I've just noticed that all of these products are vegan and forever against animal testing, so that's really lovely as well. We then have, oh my goodness, what is this? This is really cute. I don't entirely know what it's for, but we have some little walking socks. Oh, Folk. Folk is a good sock make. Is that really lame that I know that? But that's like one of the best sock makes that I find. And we've got some little pots here, which looks really sweet. I think these are supposed to be like hiking cups. They are Falcon enamel wear. No, yeah, I think they are little hiking cups, but to me they look like they could be really cute plant pots. Really sweet. What a lovely press package. Oh my goodness. Right, still got more to go through. So we also have the Edelweiss Daily Serum Concentrate. Smooth and protect. For skin that looks smoother and stronger with a fresh face glow. It helps protect from indoor and outdoor pollution and helps block fine dust. Oh, I really love the sound of that. Do you know what that might be really good at as well? Because I've spoken about this a lot, but I do find often, like, if I don't do a really deep double cleanse, don't use toner and all of that jazz, I do find like I have a lot left on my skin. So maybe this will help with the kind of beginning process of that, of making sure to protect your skin and give it a bit of a barrier before you put your makeup on. So that sounds really lovely as well. And then we have the Edelweiss Eye Serum Concentrate. So this helps smooth the appearance of lines in the eye contour area and protect them from pollution. 24-hour hydration enriched with Edelweiss extract, naturally strengthened with Hyaluronic Acid, known for antioxidant properties. I love the sound of that. I'm going to give these a smell actually, because I want to see what they smell like. I can't really put my finger on it. To tell you the honest truth, they smell a little bit clinical. But if they work, then I'm not too bothered about them not smelling luxurious. We then have the Edelweiss Intense Smoothing Serum. So this is for skin that looks smoother and stronger every day with a fresh face glow. Helps protect from indoor and outdoor pollutants. Enriched with Edelweiss extract and containing the Hyaluronic Acid again. So I think all of them have just Edelweiss and Hyaluronic Acid, which I love the sound of. Oh, that looks like a really lovely cream. That to me is more like a nighttime cream. I much prefer more of like a gel consistency when it comes to my daytime creams. But I think that would be really, really lovely if you want something maybe a little bit thicker. And that's really going to help you to like just protect your skin. I feel like this is going to be my like London skincare, because all of this is just so protectant against any pollutants. We then lastly have the Serum Concentrate Chic Mask, which I love the sound of. I think that sounds really, really nice. I might use this tonight actually, because I do feel like I've been in and out of London a lot. I've been working a lot. Like, it can be a lot on your skin. So I might give this a go tonight and use that. We also have, oh my goodness, I think this is a little, hang on. No, I can't hear anything. Oh my goodness, that is the cutest thing I have ever received. That is absolutely adorable, the Music Box store. That is so cute. Oh my actual word. I just want to sit and play this all night. Oh my goodness, that was just the loveliest, kindest press release from The Body Shop. I am so excited to try these products. I actually have a day in London coming up, so I think I might use those on that day to really help just protect my skin, because as I said, I really do feel like, especially now that I've moved away to the country, I can just feel the pollutants on my skin so much more, and I feel so much more like congested when I get home. So these hopefully are going to really, really help. So if you live in and around London, or you maybe have to go into the city a lot for like work or anything like that, I would definitely recommend. I will link this down below. So I think it's time to get myself into comfies and get my makeup off for the evening. And I think I'm going to use this mask tonight because it sounds really good. The Edelweiss Serum Concentrate Sheet Mask, because I have been in and out of London quite a lot recently. I do feel like my skin is a little bit congested at the moment. Could maybe use a little bit of a, just kind of like intense boost. So I think I'm going to put this on tonight and have a bit of a relaxing one. I feel like you can tell when winter is approaching, when the cozy robe comes out to play. But it has been a long day in front of my laptop. I feel like my eyes are quite sore. And do you ever have those days where even though I'm wearing the exact same makeup as what I wear pretty much every single day, I just feel quite heavy today? My face feels quite heavy and I really feel like I need to just strip this makeup off. So I'm going to tie my hair up with a little silk bobble, and we can get our makeup off, get the mask on, and have a really cozy evening. It's not too dark yet, so I feel like this bathroom is okay to use. I've also just realised, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a fake tan stain on my dressing gown, so please do excuse me. I've got my hair tied up. It is actually hair wash night. I'm thinking maybe of washing it in the morning instead. I think I might go for an early morning run tomorrow, but yeah, I feel like, why is it as girls it's so difficult to plan our schedules around our hair wash? Men just never understand the amount of times I would say, do you want to go to the gym? And I'm like, no, it's not hair wash day today. like, do you want to go for a swim? I'm like, no, because I'm not washing my hair today. And it's so tough. So yeah, I've just shoved my hair up. I've still been really good at keeping in my earrings. You may have noticed I've been wearing the same earrings really regularly at the moment. It's these really gorgeous Pandora studs. And I really like them. I feel like if you're gonna wear a stud, they've got to be quite big. And I really, really love how these look on my ear, and they're quite comfy actually. I'm not normally the kind of girl that likes to keep her jewellery in, like at night, when she's asleep, like when I'm in the shower, but actually these have been quite comfortable. So I've been wearing them a lot, and I really love them for that very, like, you know, chic grandmother vibe. That is just like the life that I want to live. But we're in the bathroom. I need to get my little hair protector on so that we can take our makeup off. I think I might try the new Body Shop cleanser once I've had a day in London, because obviously I feel like because I've just been at home today, it's not going to be as effective. So cleanser I'm going to be using today is the Edelweiss Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I quite like changing up my cleansers at the moment. I've been mixing it up between like the Lizelle, the Edelweiss, lots of different things, and now I've got the Body Shop one to throw in the mix. But I've been using this at the moment, and I feel like I want something a little bit stronger than the Lizelle Cleanse and Polish, but I don't need like a full pollution, you know, stripping cleanser or anything like that. This is such a great cleanser, as you can tell. I've been absolutely loving it. So I'm just going to take that off. I've got a little flannel here. I got asked actually recently why on earth I use a white flannel to take off my makeup. And let me tell you why. It is genuinely purely for the reason of it's really satisfying to see the gunk that comes off your face. And that's probably going to sound really gross, but you know, there's like gross things that are super satisfying. And like, it's kind of a little bit sick that you enjoy it and like it. It's that kind of a vibe. So yeah, got my flannel, got my cleanser. Let's get the makeup off. Goodness me, do I look red? I'm about to get even redder because I'm going to be using an exfoliator tonight. I've been really working hard to try and exfoliate at least once a week at the moment, if not twice a week if I can. So this is the Lizelle Gentle Face Exfoliator, and I really, really like this one. It's got eucalyptus, cocoa butter and fine jojoba beads, and it's great if you're like me and you have very, very sensitive skin, because I do get very red. I find that a lot of exfoliators can be a bit much on me, but this I love, so I'm going to use that tonight as well. I am soaked, but I don't mind the cold. So we are cleansed, we are exfoliated, we are as red as a tomato right now, but we are ready for some skincare. Right, let's give this a go. I'm not normally the biggest sheet mask girl, but I thought, you know what, let's give it a try. I feel like my skin can just use a little bit of rejuvenation at the moment, but I'm not entirely sure what I think of this, because I always find that they're just far too big for my face. I mean, it smells quite strong. I don't know if I'm enjoying that being right next to my eyes, but we'll give it a go. Oh, if this isn't a look, I don't know what is. Okay, I've had the face mask on for a good 15, maybe 20 minutes. It says to keep it on for 15 minutes, so well done me. This is currently what it's looking like now. I never know if I feel the benefits of a face mask when I first do it. I feel like it's more like down the line if you do it regularly, but I definitely feel moisturized. It feels very lovely on the skin, although it does always like slip off on me, so I do feel like I have to constantly like pat it back on because they're just so big on my face. But I feel like I'm ready for my skincare now, ready for the evening pamper. Okay, back in here and ready for some skincare. So I am going to start off with, of course, the Clinique Eye Serum. I feel like I don't even need to explain why, because this is just my favorite eye serum of all time. I absolutely adore it. It's just such a good one when it comes to not being too thick on your eyes, but also being really moisturizing and really hydrating. Okay, I'm then going to move on to the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. I am using this morning and night at the moment, and I feel like it's made such a big difference in terms of just the health of my skin, the like how much it's able to like help itself regenerate whenever it comes to like breakouts and like recovering from them, and just overall glow. This has been a game changer. Then moving on to a product that I have kind of recently rediscovered. You will have seen that I unboxed this recently. It's the L'Occitane Immortelle Reset, and this is a night serum, and oh my goodness, is it amazing. It's such a good one. It's quite similar, I would say, to the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair, but it's a bit more of a kind of like, let me show you. It's a bit more of a thicker kind of serum like consistency, and I just really like this. It smells absolutely incredible. It literally smells like a spa, which is what I love about L'Occitane products. They always smell incredible, like really natural but really lovely, and I really like this. It's just helping to kind of give you your glow black. It's a bit more of like a you know, regenerative, really lovely overnight serum, and I am obsessed with it. Now, I found out recently that something that I found out recently is that using an oil before a moisturizer is actually basically a recipe for pores, breakouts, and oily skin. And I didn't know that, but apparently if you apply your oil before your moisturizer, your skin basically absorbs too much of it and it just goes really deep into your pores. So I'm going to apply my moisturizer first. This is the Edelweiss Pro Collagen Overnight Matrix, and I really like this one because it's a great one at just kind of like helping your skin recover, you know, giving you a bit more of a really lovely moisturized glow but not being too greasy. It's a really odd consistency. When I first used it, I didn't like it because I felt like you needed to use quite a lot of it, but actually as much as you do, like I wouldn't say that this is the kind of product where a little bit goes a long way. You do want like a good amount. It is just so lovely, like your skin just drinks it up, and it's just so moisturizing and hydrating and really lovely. And then I go in with the Ren oil, which this is an omega-3 optimum skin oil. Now I kind of fluctuate between this and the Elemis Superfood Facial Oil. I really like the both of them. I kind of just swap between them as and when, depending on what I'm feeling that night, but I really love this one because it's just nice, easy oil. It's not too greasy, but it is just so nice at just giving your skin the drink that it deserves. And I do find that actually ever since applying it after my moisturizer, my skin is more hydrated but not as oily and not as kind of like greasy, so I do think it makes a really big difference. And then this I kind of use as a bit more of like a gimmick, and it is actually called a priming hydrating facial mist, but I kind of use this for my evening routine. It is a really lovely superfood kefir tea mist from Elemis, and I just I find it so refreshing. I really like it, and I think it's great if it's not like your nighttime skincare routine. Like this is just me for the rest of the evening now, so I absolutely adore this at the moment. So that is my current skincare routine and what I've been using at the moment, and I feel like it's making a real difference. I feel like my skin is feeling a lot better, a lot glowier, less breakouty, more hydrated, so I'm really happy. And I feel like this is like a great autumnal skincare routine because I have had to switch up a little bit going into the new season. I do find that going into new season it's really important to reevaluate your skincare, look into what you're using and seeing what maybe doesn't work anymore and what isn't quite right for the season. Maybe it's not like quite appropriate, and I do feel like coming into autumn winter I need a lot more hydrating and really like products that my skin can just drink up. So I am going to get myself on the sofa, get comfy this evening. It's going to be a really lovely relaxing evening. I think I might even have a bath later depending on how I'm feeling, but I definitely have a few episodes of Virgin River to watch tonight. I am loving Virgin River at the moment. I cannot believe I only just discovered it. I only discovered it about a month ago and I'm already on season 2. I'm not a binge watcher, so that is like a lot for me to have already been on to season 2 within the space of a month, and I'm loving it so much. I think it's such a good series. Loads of you have told me that in series 4 it gets a little bit but it comes back around, so I'm really enjoying that. So I think it's going to be a lovely relaxing pampering evening watching Virgin River. That sounds like the perfect night for me.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door. Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone.
Well, good morning everyone. This is shaping up to be a little bit of a makeup free vlog, so I hope you guys don't mind, but I am starting my day a little bit later this morning, and is there anything better than a lovely, lazy, relaxed morning when the autumnal sunshine is just coming through. It's just my favorite thing to sit here in the morning and just enjoy the sunshine. We had the cleaners here yesterday as well, so it is looking spotless, which just makes me so happy looking at this view. And I've just made myself my morning coffee, so I'm in a very good mood this morning. And the coffee syrup that I'm using at the moment, I feel like I may have mentioned it in a previous vlog, but I've not actually showed it to you, is this one. So I always talk about the Jordan's Skinny Syrups. They are just the best coffee syrup. And I was wanting to try like a pumpkin-y, kind of spicy, very festive and autumnal syrup for a while, but I do sometimes find with a lot of the pumpkin spice syrups that I've seen in the past, sorry, it's a little bit dark behind me, a lot of the pumpkin spices can be a little bit too bitter, and I like a really sweet coffee. I like it to be, I put on a lot of syrup. I don't know if you notice whenever I do the time lapses and stuff, but I like it very sweet. And some of the pumpkin spices can be a little bit too like cinnamony and spicy for me, and it's not really my vibe. So when I saw this on Amazon, I was like, oh my goodness, that is like the answer to my prayer. So this is the pumpkin caramel scone, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see what it's like. I'll see if it's any good, and it is amazing. It's like a very, my goodness me, the sunshine is really coming through. I just love the way that it hits this window as well. Look at that. Oh, it's just beautiful. But anyway, back to the syrup. So it's like a very like sweet pumpkin. It's not too spicy and it's not too caramelly. It's just like a really nice in between. It's almost like just a sweet pumpkin syrup is the best way to describe it. So I will link this down below if you want to shop it. It says that you can use this in coffees, lattes, cappuccinos, yogurts or oatmeal, protein shakes, or in baking and desserts. Ooh, I like the sound of using it in a dessert. I really want to get back into like baking, so I might see if I can look up any recipes that require a bit of pumpkin kind of syrup in it. But it just says that when it comes to making a pumpkin caramel scone latte, you just steam 1 cup of skim milk and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin caramel scone skinny syrup together, pour into a mug and top with two shots of espresso. And one question I have actually, do you say scone or scone? I feel like I fluctuate between them. I don't think I really have one. I think naturally I go for scone, but then if I'm reading it, because it's like a very, like it looks like cone, I say scone. Do you say scone or scone? I would love to know. I feel like that's the most British debate in the entire world. But yeah, I really like that. So I just thought I would show you my morning coffee because I've just been absolutely loving it recently. It's very festive, it's very seasonal, but it's not too much. So if you are a pumpkin spice girl and you want to try something new, or if you've never tried the pumpkin spice but you really want to like get into the hype, that is a great one. So I will link it down below. But as I said, I'm having a very slow, lazy morning because I'm actually heading out later this afternoon for an event in London, and I didn't want to get ready until a little bit later. So I've just been doing lots of admin, lots of emails. I've had a couple of hours on my laptop this morning, just sitting in my favorite spot right over here. And actually this spot is going to be changing up a little bit very soon. So if I come back here, it's kind of like the best view to see our little kind of like, this is our living room setup that we have here in the kitchen, which I really like because it means it makes it quite a sociable area. You know, you can sit on the sofa, you can sit at the dining table, you can sit on the island, and like, you know, it's a very lovely sociable area and I really like it. But we have been looking for the perfect footstool to go in the living room for ages, and actually what we realized is we just really like this one. So what we've decided to do is we're going to be moving this footstool into the living room, but we definitely need something here because we often like sit here, we work, we need something for coffees. So I found the most gorgeous coffee table that I have ordered, and I am so excited for it to arrive. It should be coming, I think, next week, so hopefully it will be in a vlog very soon. So this area is going to be looking slightly different quite soon, which I'm really excited about because I feel like as much as I love the poof here, it does go better in the front room. It's a little bit cozier, a little bit more snug, and this I want to be maybe a bit more of like a functioning living room, like a kind of working living room. I'll often either sit here in this seat or I'll just sit in this corner and kind of just put my feet up to like sit on my laptop, do some work. So it's nice to be able to, you know, have somewhere to put your coffee but still be able to put your feet up. So it's quite cozy but not too snug. that is the vibe for this. Very specific vibe, but yeah, I'm very excited for that to arrive. Okay, so I've just come upstairs because one of the tasks that I really have been wanting to do this morning is a bit of an organization with my wardrobe, a bit of a tidy up and just a bit of a rejudge, because I feel like my wardrobes, if I'm not careful, can get really messy really quickly. I guess obviously it's kind of just part and parcel of the job with how, like, you know, much stuff I accumulate, how quickly things need to be turned around. Things are coming in and out all the time when I'm like styling them up, or, you know, doing ways to wear, on going on shoots and things like that. So this wardrobe is currently looking like a bit of a state, I'm not going to lie. I really want to have it like sections. We've got coats on this section and then like dresses on this section, but currently there's like coats, cardigans, dresses, some jumper dresses, still some pieces from like end of summer. So I think I need to just have a bit of a kind of rejudge of this and just sort it out. And I really want to be better at just doing lots of regular wardrobe organizations and like resorts and things like that, because I feel like it can get to the point where I just get a little bit lazy and I leave it for too long and then it needs like a full overhaul, and I don't really want to get to that point anymore. I just want to make sure that really regularly I can just spend maybe half an hour to 40 minutes just having a bit of like a read through, go through it, sort it out, organize it, and hopefully it will be more maintainable and more manageable. And it's not often that I have mornings like this where I'm taking it slow and I've got a bit of time and I've got, you know, I can actually dedicate the time to this. So I'm going to spend the morning productively and get this sorted, because I've been wanting to do it for the last couple of weeks, ever since I did my full wardrobe sort out. It's already gotten to such a state. So cue the time lapse, let's go.
I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon, Kenny G saxophone. We'll order in a bunch of food. I'll put your favorite music on, all the way baritone. Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
Time to start getting my face on. As I said, I didn't want to get it on too soon because I've got quite a while till the event, and I just wanted to make sure that my makeup was like as fresh as possible. So I have been cracking on with so many things. I'm really glad to have gotten my wardrobe just organized a little bit and sorted out so that they feel a bit more manageable. I definitely think that's something that I need to do a bit more regularly, because they can just turn so quickly. So yeah, gonna start putting my face on. What I'm gonna do first, actually, which is something that I've seen people talking about a lot, and basically they're saying that you can never have too much hyaluronic acid, and if you're someone who gets really dry and you find that you get quite patchy makeup by the end of the day, just apply a little extra bit of hyaluronic acid before you put on your makeup, and it just kind of gives your skin almost like a bit more of a moisturized base layer, just to kind of help it out. I thought I would show you as well what I'm doing with my makeup, because I'm going to be going a little bit extra, and I feel like especially in autumn winter, that's the time. Sorry, I just go so red as soon as I touch my skin. I go so pink. I feel like autumn winter is the time that you can just go a little bit extra, a little bit more, you know, just like a bit more on your face. So I thought I would show you what I am putting on. So I'm going to use the Emma Hardy. This is the Protect and Prime SPF 30. So a primer as well as a SPF, which is really handy. Now, when it comes to evening events, I always struggle, because I know people always say that you shouldn't wear SPF if you're going somewhere where there's going to be flash photography, but I feel like these days, like, we never don't want to be wearing SPF. So let me know what you do whenever you're going to like an evening event or somewhere where you know it's going to be dark, there's going to be a lot of flash photography, because I'm never really sure. But that is my primer as well. I use that, or alternatively, I'm going to use both today actually, just to really make sure my makeup stays in place. I also use the YSL, this is the Touche Éclat. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use both just to make sure that my skin is really nice and primed, because I feel like the Touche Éclat is such a nice one. Like, it's really greasy, so if you've got oily skin, it's probably not for you, but I love it. I really love it. I feel like it just, again, adds an extra layer of moisturization under my skin, really helps my foundation to just kind of like set itself, and is a really, really lovely one. But if you've got oily skin, it might not be for you. So in terms of base, I am going to do a mixture of 2 products, which this is my favorite thing to do when it comes to like mixing up a higher coverage with a lower coverage, but also mixing up the colors, and just I feel like these 2 products together give me the perfect base. So I'm mixing the light reflecting foundation from NARS. This I feel like is my perfecting foundation. One thing I will say about this is this foundation looks so much better on camera than it does in real life. I don't know how it does, but if you're going somewhere, you know there's going to be a lot of photos, you're going to be vlogging, if this is your job, you know you're going to be on camera a lot, this is the foundation for you. And then I mix it in with the Pixi H2O Skin Tint because I feel like it shears out the foundation a bit. It's also a little bit darker, so it kind of matches my body to my face a little bit, because as you guys know, my body's always darker than my face is, and I just feel like those together, they create the perfect combo. So I just do 1 pump of each, and I do find that with these products, a little bit goes a long way. So that will do my entire face, just 1 of each. I just kind of dab, blend them together, and then dab that around my face, just so that I'm, you know, making sure that I'm getting all the product on and just blending that in.
A life I once had is sealed in this town of concrete and stone. And I know, though I'm growing old, it can never be untold.
And as you can see, I feel like that mixture of those 2 foundations has just kind of perfected my skin. It's made it match the rest of my body. I'm assuming on camera it's going to be the same. I haven't put my contacts in yet. I will need to do that before I go. I've been wearing my glasses all morning whilst I've been on my laptop. Again, didn't want to put them on until I really needed to. But I feel like that has just kind of blended my skin together and just perfected it a little bit. I'm going to add a tiny bit of concealer. I don't really think I need too much at the moment, because I feel like in terms of my breakouts, my skin is really starting to calm down. And I definitely think it's because of the skincare routine that I've been doing, and just all the efforts that I've been kind of going through to make sure that my skin is like as good as possible. So I just have a few. That's pretty much it at the moment. I always feel like on camera you can't really see them as much until I like put the concealer on and show you these are the areas that are needing concealing. So I'm just using the Laura Mercier. This is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear Concealer, and I really like this one. It's a great one for both under eye concealing as well as blemish concealing. I do find that if my blemishes are really bad, I like to use the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage. That's a much thicker concealer. It's a stick concealer, and I find that that's really good if you've got quite bad skin, you've had quite bad breakouts, and you're just a bit conscious of it. I feel like that's a really great one for just making sure to like cover all those areas, mattify them a little bit, and really do a good job at essentially doing what it says on the tin, camouflaging your breakouts. Now in terms of bronzer, I'm going back to a product that I used to love and I haven't used in quite a while, but I feel like it's such an OG product. It is the Laura Mercier. This is the shade Bronze 01, and it's just a really nice mattifying bronzer, which I think is great for evening, because I never like to use lots of like glosses or creams or anything like that, because again, photos, flash photography, things like that. So this is very much like an evening autumnal look.
The past, it is written in
now I am actually planning on wearing my hair up, so I'm just really blending that into my hairline because I don't want it to look like bronzer at all. And another trick that I've seen recently is to basically just clean it up underneath with your foundation brush, and it really helps to get a bit more of like a cut contour. I've actually seen a few girls who will put concealer right here. I feel like it's a bit much for me because I don't have like the slimmest face. I've got quite a round face naturally, and I feel like that would be a bit like, whoa, she's wearing contour. So I just like to clean it up a little bit underneath, just to give it a bit of a kind of harsher line. But I really love how that contour is like warming but still contouring and bronzing. I really like it. And then in terms of blush, I'm actually going to be using my Hourglass palette, and I'm going to use this one down here, which looks very bright and a little bit scary, but it's actually not as scary when you put it on. And I'm just dabbing the tiniest bit on the apples of my cheeks, which I know I've spoken about this technique a lot, but when it comes to blush, I do not put it like here because I have way too rounded cheeks for that. I like to put it much higher, so it almost doubles up as a bit of a highlight as well as a blush, and it just helps to kind of pull your face up a bit. And I find it's a very flattering way of using blush, and especially if you've got a round face like me, it just kind of slims things down a little bit, which is what I like. I don't even think I need to explain my eyebrows because nothing has changed with them. I'm so I've got myself into a routine with my brows. I know exactly what I'm doing. To be fair, I have pretty low maintenance brows, so it's fairly easy. I just fill in mainly these bits here because I find that my brows are quite short. So I just kind of bring it down to making sure that it's like in line with where your brows should naturally be. Fill in the gaps and then use the Refi Brow Gel to set in place.
Never be untold. The past, it is written in stone. Though I'm growing old, it can never be untold.
And voila! Now when it comes to eyes, I'm of course going to do my usual setting my base with a bronzer, but I'm not actually going to use the same bronzer that I used on my cheeks. I'm going to use the Hourglass palette again, and it's this really light brown shade here. I find this one just so natural. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to be doing with my eyes yet. I think I'm going to go a little bit extra tonight because I am going to be having my hair up, so I do find that when you've got your hair up, you kind of want to go a little bit OTT with your makeup just to make sure that you are kind of almost like compensating for that. Part of the reason why I'm going hair up is because it's actually an event with Pandora, and I wanted to be able to like show off my jewellery really well, so I thought hair up might just be a little bit different, a little bit fun. Okay, I'm going to go in with this NARS palette. This is the Copper eyeshadow palette. I feel like I don't have that many neutral, non-glittery eyeshadow palettes. I feel like most brands go very glittery, but I'm just using this like pinky shade in the corner just to add a little bit more definition to my eyes, just to kind of bring in the crease a little bit more.
The past, it is written in stone.
There is a really lovely shimmery shade on this though, and I'm kind of tempted to go for that with regards to all over. I quite like how that looks, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. I might actually bring it underneath my eye a little bit because I think that's a really nice way of pulling the eye together, and again making it a bit more evening, a little bit more glam. Like this is as glam as Ellie usually gets, which I know is not much, but you know. And I don't normally wear eyeshadow, I'm sure you guys know, because I do find that my eyes are quite sensitive to it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in with this shade, which is, I think, Bal Harbour? I think Bal Harbour. I always get really confused when you look at the bottom versus when you pull it down, but yes, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go a bit glittery, a bit glam, because if you can't do that for an exciting Pandora event, then when can you? Okay, I think I kind of understand why this eyeshadow palette is called Copper now, because look at that. The most gorgeous coppery eyes. I love that so much. And of course, I'm going to complete the look with my signature flick, but we're going to go a little bit extra with the flick. I'm going to use the Euphoria palette from NARS and just the brown shade, but any brown eyeshadow will do. And I'm first just going to take it underneath on my waterline. I feel like this is a great way of, number one, elongating your lashes. I always find I get so many more compliments on my lashes when I've done this, because I just think having that like black line really helps to show off your eyelashes a bit more, make them look longer. Number two, it's just a great way of really making sure that you've kind of like secured that line and that you've really got like a sharp, thick flick, which I really like. And I definitely don't need to talk through my signature flick with you guys because I've done it so many times, so I will link some videos if you want to know exactly how I get my really sharp liner flick. I will link some videos for you guys to watch down below.
It is written in stone, though I'm growing old, it can never be untold. The past, it is written in stone.
I'm so happy with how that's turned out. I feel like that's a very me glam eye. I'm just going to go in with the tiniest little bit of this shimmery shade here just to put in the corners, because I always feel like if I'm going for a little bit extra liner, I don't want the black to like close my eyes up, and it's just a great way of making sure to open up your eyes and that you still look very like lovely and cat looky. I'm just going to curl my lashes now before I put on my mascara. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Caviar Volume. I really like this. One thing I will say about this mascara, it's not one that you go back in and layer because I find it gets really patchy. You've kind of just got to get it right the first time, which is a lot of pressure, but I find that once you get it right, it's like the perfect amount of volume, thickness, fullness, without being too much.
standing in the hallway as I've done.
I mean, look at the difference between this eye and this eye. I haven't even done my bottom lashes yet, but I feel like it makes, just makes your lashes look so beautiful. I love it so much. Now, another thing that I feel like is only ever an autumn winter thing for me is powder. I never really powder in summer. I feel like it's because you want that like really glowy, dewy look. But it was actually watching, I think it was Hello October, Susie Benaldi, and she showed the difference before powdering, and I was literally like, oh my god, the before and after was insane. And so I have started doing it, and I can definitely notice a before and after. So this is how my skin is looking at the moment. Let me just do it on this side. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be picked up as well on camera. Yeah, it is. Look at that. I feel like the difference, it just blends everything together and just almost like gives you a bit of an airbrush finish on your face, which I just find absolutely insane. Like, it makes such a huge difference. And I only really powder on this section of my face. I don't really powder on like my chin or my forehead, because I find that that to me just looks a little bit too unnatural. Like, nobody has a completely matte forehead naturally, so if I was to do that with powder, I think it would just look a little bit too forced. Oh my goodness, I just had to run downstairs to pick up my lip liner because the one that I currently keep in my drawer has completely finished, which is gutting. So I'm going to have to order a new one because I like to have at least 2 in the house. I usually have like 1 in a handbag, 1 in my drawer. I'm way more out of breath than I should be from having to run downstairs, but this is of course the Clinique lip liner in Intense Sassafras. I feel like when you find a lip liner that works for you, you just have to stick to it. Like, you don't want anything else, because to have a lip liner that's like your lips but better is so rare to find. So when you find it, cling on to it with dear life.
I've done a million times before. I have seen this room and walked this floor before, and the walls.
I do like to overline my lips ever so slightly. I don't like to do it too much. I don't want to look, you know, like Kylie Jenner circa 2018 when she had, you know, lips out to here, but I like to overline them just to make them look a little bit fuller and then add the lipstick. This is the Code8 lipstick, which I made with them last year. This is Petite Pink, but I really like the Code8 lipstick, so I'll link them down below. They have some really lovely, I much prefer the like sheeny ones because they're a lot like smoother on your lips. They're really lovely and moisturizing, but I find that they're really long lasting. I mean, normally I use my NARS like Orgasm lip butter when I'm just at home. If I'm going out to an event and I want it to last all night, I'll use this. Et voila, my current little bit extra, a little bit more glam autumn makeup routine. I feel like it's been switched up a little bit since summer. I like to keep a lot of products kind of similar in rotation, but I feel like this just has a bit more of like an autumnal twist to it. So I'll make sure to link all of these products down below. This is my current makeup, current hair. I think I'm gonna have to redo the bun and like hairspray a bit because I hate it when these little bits start sticking out. But yeah, that's my current makeup routine. Okay, so what I have actually decided I'm going to do is I'm going to split this video into 2. So I was going to carry on vlogging and take you to the event with me and all of that jazz, but I have a feeling this video has gotten really, really long, and I know that if I start vlogging for the event, it's just going to get exponential. So I think I'm going to end this video here and then pick the camera straight up ready for the next vlog, and I will take you along to the event with me because I'm really looking forward to it. I'm so excited about what's coming. There's like a new launch, which I don't think I can chat about now, but I'm assuming once the event happens, I will be able to talk about it. So I'll make sure to take you along with me for that. But I'm going to leave the video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing my new autumn makeup, my new autumn skincare, the things that I'm switching out for the new season. And as I said, everything will be linked down below. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, make sure to hit that if you want to see what I get up to at the events and all the other autumn goodness coming your way. Then hit the subscribe button now, and we haven't done this in ages. If you've got to the end of this video, leave me the lipstick emoji down below in the comments. I know some of you watch this on the TV, so if you can, just log into your phone, leave me the little lipstick emoji down below, because I love knowing who gets to the end of the videos, because I am aware how long they are and how much time you dedicate to watching them. So I just want to say how grateful I am for you and for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.